So, the Oscar nominees for 2024 have been announced. I don't really like them. Sure, the Academy gave respect to certain films like Barbie, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things, but they just utterly disrespected some other films that came out this year. As we all know, Spider-Verse was my favorite film of the year, and even of all time. So, as the film was the highest rated of the year on Letterboxd, surpassing every single Best Picture nominee, being praised by both critics and audiences, getting several awards throughout the year, including Best Film of the Summer at some random award show, I expected it to receive some awards outside of Best Animated Feature, which was a given. The score is beautiful and catchy, the script was tightly written and emotional, and the visuals were utterly jaw-dropping and stunning with every single second. But it did not receive a thing. Not Best Score, not Best Adapted Screenplay, not Best Sound Design, and sadly, not Best Picture, which it was a contender for back in the summer. We were all thinking, oh, it could get nominated, but no. And it even would have made history as the first non-Disney or Pixar nominee ever. Speaking of Disney, they somehow found their way into the nominees again. The obligatory Disney nominee for Best Animated Feature was Elemental, a movie that I didn't really care for that much. I'm glad some people do like it, but it just isn't really for me. The nominee should have gone to Mutant Mayhem, or heck, even the Mario movie, in my opinion. And then instead of Spider-Verse getting a score nominee, the Academy gave it to Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I haven't seen it, and I know John Williams is a great composer. He has made some amazing, classic, nostalgic, and easily iconic pieces. But I listened to some of the big pieces from the score on Spotify, and it's an okay score at best. And there's barely any, new motifs or anything big that make it deserve a Best Original Score nomination. But I do hope that Oppenheimer wins because the score to that movie is absolutely beautiful. Especially Can You Hear the Music? It's such an amazing piece. And then the rest of the music nominees were decently well-deserved. I'm Just Ken and What Was I Made For getting nominated were both awesome, and fingers crossed either of them win. Love I'm Just Ken to death, but secretly I'm kind of rooting for What Was I Made For more. But the Flaming Hot Cheetos movie getting a Best Original Song nomination is absolutely hilarious. Off the top of my head, the entire Spider-Verse soundtrack, Peaches from the Mario movie, that generic pop song they made for Elemental with that one dude, the NSYNC song from Trolls 3, and Dancing That Away from Barbie all would have made better nominee choices. Oh, and speaking of Barbie, despite sweeping the nominees this year with I think 8 or 9 nominations, it was robbed of 2 separate awards. Greta Gerwig was robbed of a Best Director nomination for directing the second best movie of the year and one of my favorite movies of all time. And Margot Robbie was robbed of a Best Actress in a Leading Role nominee, which is absolutely absurd. She gave such an amazing performance full of talent, heart, comedy, and pain. How can they not nominate her? And when she's literally the highest grossing actress of the year. And when Ryan Gosling and America Ferrera, who 2 co-supporting stars, are nominated and she isn't, it feels really weird. Also, I'm a guy, so I can call out that the guy getting nominated for the feminism movie is kind of ironic, and I not be called a sexist because I'm making fun of the guys here. Yay, patriarchy. Anyways, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 broke the Guinness World Record for the most prosthetics in any film, so you would think it would get nominated for Best Makeup and Hairstyling, but no. Superhero bias, again, that's why Spider-Verse wasn't nominated for anything, and because it's animated. But it got a Best Visual Effects nominee. But considering Godzilla Minus One got nominated with a budget of less than $15 million, and CGI is that good looking, Guardians is not winning. I'm glad Wes Anderson's Henry Sugar Short got nominated, and I know it's kind of cliche to root for the big fish, but this short is such a banger, and I really do hope it wins. But I haven't seen any of the other nominees, so it would be a bit one-sided. But I also haven't seen any of the Best Picture nominees besides Barbie, and I will be 100% rooting for it to win as well, even though Spider-Verse should have been nominated. And overall, while I am disappointed with the lack of Spider-Verse in the nominees and just utter disrespect towards animation as usual, I'm kind of looking forward to the Oscars. Hopefully Barbie will win everything because it deserves it. Spider-Verse gets Best Animated. Disney gets no awards. Happy 100th anniversary, you guys.